everyone. Welcome to your Take Time Today daily devotional. Today is Wednesday, May the 6th, and our theme for today is Suit Up. I am sitting comfortably in my house today, and I hope that wherever you are watching this, you are cozy and comfortable as well. I have my bulldog buddy. This is Rosie. I did not plan for all these animals to be here. And this is Patches. We affectionately call her the zombie cat because she is very old. And you would not believe that the other cat is coming right now. This is really funny. Anyway, we have seen a lot of these pictures lately, haven't we? Doctors, nurses, and their masks. And it's really cool to walk through the hospital, as I'm a chaplain at St. Luke's, and see all the signs that the community has made thanking them for what they do. And signs like this out front of, well, pretty much every store that we go into. Please do not enter without a face covering. And I am still not used to that. I'll, want to drive by a gas station and stop in to get something, and inevitably, almost every time I get out of the car, I walk to the door and then see the sign and realize, and run back to the car, grab my mask, and then be able to make my purchase. And it's interesting, people have been making different jokes because it's laughing and joking helps to, it's a coping mechanism, right? So there's that joke about, gee, I never thought I would be walking into a bank with gloves and a mask on and asking for money. Or this joke, which I like. And just like that, having a mask, rubber gloves, duct tape, plastic sheeting, and rope in your trunk is okay. Kind of silly. There's also a lot of speculation about how long all of this is going to last with the mask wearing, and I gotta tell you, if masks end up becoming an acceptable, I don't know, what's that word I'm looking for? Fashion accessory, and people start blinging them out, I'm just kind of done. I was looking online and I found this do-it-yourself face mask, and you see people with their jewels. Anyway, that's kind of silly, but we are supposed to make the best of situations, right? And so there are people who realize that they can't tell someone's expression, or they can't portray their own expression behind a mask. So you see people putting smiley faces on their masks. But the reality is that we're wearing these masks to protect ourselves, or maybe more importantly, to protect other people that we come in contact with. And I think that's a really important reminder, because we can be a carrier, and even if we are not experiencing any symptoms, we can pass along the virus to someone else who, could experience it in a much worse way. So with that, we all wear the mask to keep us safe and to keep other people safe. And I was starting to think about what's missing in this conversation. And, there really is something missing. In Paul's letter to the church in Ephesus, Paul wants the people to know that wherever they go, whatever they're facing, they are not facing it alone. And I think that's a really important message for us as well. In Ephesians chapter 6, this is a bit of a paraphrase of verses 10, 11, and 13. This is what we read. Be strengthened by the Lord and his powerful strength. Put on the armor of God. After the battle, you will be standing firm. Paul uses this imagery in this whole chapter, I think it's verses like 10 to 20, about a soldier in a suit of armor, because it's an image that the people knew. It's one that they can relate to. And Paul says to put on the belt of truth. You see the belt in the, here, point over it this way. The belt in the picture. The breastplate of justice and righteousness. And this one always makes me laugh, but the shoes of peace. Not sure why shoes are peaceful, but that's okay. Peace is the important part. The shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and to carry the sword of the Spirit. This is the armor of God that we are supposed to wear. But you get his point, right? So we can say 1,000 times that God is with us and that we believe or we have faith, but how do these things that we say actually make a difference in how we live? How do they transform our thoughts and strengthen us to be prepared when crazy things happen? I was thinking about imagery, and I thought, how does being a Christian and quote unquote wearing the armor of God work for you in shining the light on the path so that we can find our way out of the darkness? I love that imagery of kind of dark and light. The point is, use all the tools that God gives us every day. Tools like prayer and devotions and looking at the words of the Bible, but also the positive influences that are in our life, which I believe are a blessing and a gift from God and a tool from God. Also, the truth of salvation and forgiveness, which is yours no matter what. That's an empowering tool that we have as Christians. So what we want to do is use these tools every day, prayer and these truths that become our suit of armor, if you will, so that when the rug is pulled out from underneath us and we kind of fall and our breath just gets taken away from us, our instincts go to what we're used to, which is this armor of God. Being prepared, praying, instead of like fear and anxiety. Does that make sense? We pray the words of the Lord's Prayer, and I was thinking about two specific lines in that prayer. And the first one, we pray that God's will be done on earth. God's will, and that prayer, for it to be part of our lives and part of the world, is absolutely a tool in our suit of armor, because God's will is for goodness and mercy to surround us. So pray that prayer and pray it often. The other line that I want to highlight from the Lord's Prayer is, God, lead us not into temptation and deliver us from evil. Yes, absolutely. The armor of God. So I say, let's suit up. That's all I have for today, folks. Thanks so much for taking time. No matter what, we are one day closer. Goodbye for now, and hope to see you tomorrow. Take care.